Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I am home from vacation. I went to Boston, Massachusetts, and I wanted to mention a couple of things that if you ever go to Boston, you need to do. The first thing you need to do is you need to go to a Red Sox-Yankees game, and you need to do the Fenway Park tour. So they take you all around the field, and then you even get to go up onto the monster, they call it the big green monster, I guess. And you can sit up there and they take you all around and show you the history. One thing I learned about the history of Red Sox Stadium or Fenway Park is that the longest home run ever hit in the stadium was Ted Williams, and I think they said it was 502 feet. And if you look in right center field, way up in I think it's right center field, there's a red seat in Fenway Park. It's the only red seat. All the rest of them around it are green. And that red seat there was a man sitting in that chair when Ted Williams hit that home run. The man had a hat on and he had fallen asleep in his chair. Ted Williams' home run literally hit that man in the top of the head and knocked him out. And I can't remember what they call the guy, but that's a true story. The man ended up being okay, but they put a red seat where that man was sitting, and now it's a well-known thing that people go and have their picture taken in that seat. And also you need to do the duck tour, the duck boat tour, which is a tour. It's like a tour bus, but these are boats that are like the troop carriers from World War II. They're modified troop carriers. And you can actually you can ride these duck boats and go, and they take you around the city and show you all the sights. And then they also take you into the river, and you can actually go down the river and look at the sights from the river. Pretty cool. Let's start this first video. This is from Jaquita McAfee. And by the way, as I get started here, I wanted to tell you, a lot of you have been sending, a lot of the people that normally send me things have been sending me things, and I'm going to miss a lot of what's been sent to me because now that stuff is, I guess, old news, and I don't want to go over old news. So if I missed you, then don't think that I have all of a sudden forgot to start featuring your stuff. I haven't. I'm back and I'm ready to roll. Today I'll have 2 videos that came out, and then tomorrow I will start back with 3 videos a day. Jaquita McAfee did send me this first piece. This is from XRP Research Center at XRP Center. Breaking, newly appointed CFTC Chairman Dr. Heath P. Tarbert says the Commission must develop a holistic framework for these 21st century commodities digital currencies. This is big. Today we had the hearings in Congress, and you're starting to see all of the different parts of the U.S. government scramble around to start to get their arms around this. I'm surprised it took them this long. I guess if it takes Facebook, we'll take it. Then I got this from Lionel at Lionel462945550. Sent me this. Now, this was a really good clip from the hearings. It was the Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee in Congress. And this is a professor that they had up there to talk about digital assets. Everybody needs to go and see this clip. Go to at XRP_investor. And this clip, she's talking about how many poor people are unbanked and how dealing with a bank account is too expensive for them. And she's literally talking about how the payments industry would help all of these poor people and how it's ready to go, but the regulatory environment is preventing it from moving forward. And there's an actual congressman, this guy right here, Mr. Van Hollen. I believe he's one of the guys that's working with the guys on the Token Taxonomy Act, maybe. But he's talking about he actually brings it up and he says, we're in a position to do this right now. and while they're talking, you can just hear them saying without saying Ripple, XRP. It's pretty awesome. You need to go watch that video. And then we have this from C3 Nick. Ripple's senior VP on the U.S. Senate cryptocurrency hearing. Monica Long, Ripple's senior VP of marketing, discusses the upcoming U.S. Senate hearing on cryptocurrency and how she expects to change lawmakers' minds on the subject. Now, this is Ripple. You've seen over the last week, we've seen Brad Garlinghouse come out. We've seen Chris Larson come out. They're putting all of their executives are coming out and talking about regulation, and they're more or less making it known. Look, this is what we've been trying to do all along, is work with regulators. And it's kind of like they're all of a sudden raising their hand and saying, this is what we've been doing all along. Don't try to act like a Libra is an XRP or a Bitcoin is an XRP, because we did it the right way from day one. And then Ripple actually came out and tweeted about her appearance. This is a quote from her. Within any industry, there are responsible actors and bad actors. A good regulatory framework sets up responsible actors to innovate and improve efficiencies in the global financial system. And she's the senior, let me make sure I got her title right, senior VP of marketing for Ripple. So this is all great stuff. I mean, to have all these people coming out and from Ripple and saying, yeah, here we are. You're exactly right, Congress. Everything needs to work within a regulatory framework. It's almost like everything with Ripple. It's almost like all of this has finally come to a head, and now Ripple's like, okay, now is our moment. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, from at Sergeant Obi-Wan sent me this. This is huge from XRP Crypto Wolf. SBI VC Trade announced that trading will go live July 31st, 2019. Available trading pairs: XRP Yen, BTC Yen, Ethereum Yen. SBI VC Trade also announced that it will be transferred to SBI Securities in the second half of 2020. Now, if I had to bet, remember, in Japan, they've got all of their regulatory framework ready to roll. So, in other words, it won't be a problem for them to merge SBI virtual currencies with SBI securities, which is what basically it looks like they're doing. They can now trade on the same platform. This is what the United States needs to do right here. Take a page from Japan. You're about to see this thing light up. Okay. Next, let me get this gone and this gone. And okay, Brian Melancholy XRP at Mike Honcho _11 sent me this. This is big time right here. This is from our experts in research, King Solomon being one of them. This is from at XRP _Al. Ripple is now directly integrated into Alipay. Credit to Jungle Inc. for initial Flutterwave post. This is insanely big. See full thread, part 1 Flutterwave, RippleNet partners with Alipay, 1 billion users. Now, they're tweeting out this article right here. Says, Alipay, an Alibaba-owned mobile payments processor, has partnered with Flutterwave, a Pan-African payments firm located in San Francisco, I think that's San Francisco, and Lagos, Nigeria, in a move that will see Alipay link its 1 billion users to Flutterwave merchants in Africa. That is huge. China wants the whole of Africa, and payments matter a lot. Now, let's go back to his thread here. These guys are so thorough. So that's the article. And then here, Alipay activated on all merchants using Flutterwave's Rave account. Pay close attention to the next post in this thread. And here it says, Alipay has been activated to all merchants using Flutterwave's Rave account. Therefore, Alipay's 1 billion users globally can trade with Flutterwave, accepting business in Africa and in the United States. And then the next part of this is Flutterwave X current direct integration into Flutterwave Rave. Creation of Flutterwave Messenger. Flutterwave's Messenger was created and configured to provide a messaging layer that allows us to exchange information with other transacting parties on the Ripple network. And then they actually have it in the diagram here. That is big time. And then he's got this: customer onboarding to Ripple and Flutter Pay Rave. Rave track their payments, required credit to their Rave profile. And then he's got this article here. Pretty big stuff here. Okay, where's Bob? At Bob and Deep XRP sent this. This is big too. This is Richard Branson, the guy from Virgin Airways or Virgin Atlantic. I can't remember what exactly the name of this company is. Branson-backed cryptocurrency firm. So now you got Richard Branson, the billionaire, who is backing his own cryptocurrency exchange. Backed cryptocurrency firm launches a super fast exchange to take on Coinbase. Blockchain's exchange is the result of work led by a team of former trading industry executives. The exchange can execute orders in a matter of microseconds, according to CEO Peter Smith. The firm has raised $70 million from investors, including Richard Branson, Alphabet, and Lake Star. I need to get some water here. Now, I wanted to show you this from this right here. This is interesting. XRP Big Time, AdX Big Time sent me this. Barry Silbert had tweeted this out, and I didn't know what the name of the exchange that Richard Branson is backing that I just mentioned to you. It's called Pit. It's called The Pit. Introducing The Pit by Blockchain with William Shatner. Now, what they're doing is they're doing commercials, and William Shatner is their guy. I'm going to show you a couple of clips of this, and we'll go to the very end here. I just wanted to show you this. Don't get held up, level up in the pit. Let me see if it gives you anything here. Yeah. The Pit, powered by blockchain.com. Now, what's important for you to get out of this is this right here, folks. Let me see if I can get to him. Okay. William Shatner. I talked about William Shatner a long time ago. And I think, as I recall, I made a comment about William Shatner. Remember, back during the dot-com bubble and the dot-com boom and everything, William Shatner was the spokesman for Priceline.com. And I've commented on this channel before that when you finally see William Shatner starting to take notice of blockchain, because this guy's a marketing genius. When this guy starts to get into advertising for blockchain, in fact, he's going to be my thumbnail for this video because it's important that you're seeing William Shatner now. When you start to see this guy who is a marketing genius, he stays on the cutting edge of what's coming. This guy is telling us a lot right here. The fact that he has shown up to this party, so you need to strap in and get ready. It's significant that William Shatner's involved now. Okay, NBK Crypto, at NBK LYRAD, sent me this. We've got ourselves a John McAfee update. I love what's going on with this guy. This guy trips me out. He says, sorry for the silence. My wife and I are now in Eastern Europe at an ultra secure facility. We are for now out of reach of the corrupt elements of the Injustice Department. We are healthy and safe. Have missed you guys. We'll tell more later. And he's got this picture of like they've created some kind of I don't know what you call that, but it's some kind of that like they're keeping the way maybe so that they can't be monitored or something, their communications. I don't know what they've done to that room. I know many of you that are listening probably know exactly what this is. I have no idea. I do know that in response, somebody was asking what it was, and John McAfee responded. He said, where is it? Yeah. He said it's called a Faraday cage. Let's see if we can see what that is. I don't even know what a Faraday cage really is. But anyway, I don't know what it is, but I'm sure many of you know exactly what they're doing there. And then finally from Mr. B, at XRP Mr., he says, I like this tweet he sent out. He says, being negative is natural, easy, and effortless. Being positive and optimistic takes mental strength and energy. I've never met a successful negative person. Hashtag choose positivity. And I've told this on this channel before. When I was a financial advisor, one of the first things that they told us when we came on board as a financial advisor is if someone begins to go negative, you run the other way as fast as you can, because they will drag you down with them. Negativity can be extremely contagious, and I want to make sure that you understand where I'm coming from on this. I am not saying to be positive despite any evidence to the contrary. In my opinion, we are here at a wonderful time in history. I believe that I tweeted about this earlier today, but I tweeted about this. I believe we're at a point in history that your grandkids and your great and maybe one more great grandkids they're going to be saying, you remember when our great whoever invested in XRP? That's the kind of time I think we're in right now. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family, #choose positivity. Thank you for listening.